guys do then?
What do we do?
Yeah, what's the message?
We play music. The message is, maybe we should vote for the least worst party. But change is going to come from the people.
Yeah.
And let's have a conversation about how we can make that change.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that.
Is it possible? Is it possible? What do we think?
It needs people to come together though, doesn't it?
The
trouble is, I think the way things are set up is to isolate us, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
We've all got separate opinions, and I think the government's very sneaky. It's like with the benefits and that. We should have a benefit system for people that are in need, but they turn it against the people on benefits in the way of the working class. They'll say, oh, look at they're all scrounging your taxes, and this is why we can't afford this. It's rubbish. They got that Trident program, haven't they? Nuclear stuff. They chuck billions into that. All these wars around the world, which I disagree with. It's rubbish, isn't it? What's it for? To gain power and to what's resources, isn't it? And you've got Rupert Murdoch, who controls the media, and he's out with got a lot of connections in all these countries, isn't he? And the reason, like immigration, they're trying to blame immigrants for stuff. That's rubbish, isn't it? They make it sound like immigrants are having a whale of a time. They're dying, coming over on boats. They're looking around like, oh, their little kids died. Oh yeah, that's a world of luxury, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
And they're blaming them for different things. But when you look at it, why are they desperately trying to come over here? Because we're over like bombing their countries and stuff like that. They're just trying to get away and survive. Yet they're sort of, they try to make us look at them and it's like, oh, they're wrong, they're pieces of crap, but they're not, they're human beings like ourselves. So, angers me.
Angers you.
But then you flip the coin, why has this country been so great for such a long time? Because the system's worked so long. There must be something about how we work with red tape and lots of how all these things, we have our systems and our laws and our bylaws and councils and it must work, there must be good in it. Otherwise we could be like many countries where it doesn't work, where corruption is like completely rife and you hear horror stories about prisons and that, don't you? But, there must be some good, just don't throw the baby out the bathwater.
Well, of course, exactly.
I don't know. I need a voice. I need someone, like a Russell Brand, but someone that's maybe more respected.
I mean, it's possible to look at other countries, like, maybe what you think, but places like Scandinavia, where, in terms of like the gauge of happiness, they apparently are higher.
My dad's job took him to spend most of his life in Norway, Finland. He used to ski a lot, and he's just not there. Massively high taxes, like Denmark as well. Not Scandinavia isn't technically, I suppose.
I think
but they really look after you. They've got all the money these, but they seem to use a bit wiser. And their education system seems a bit more.
That's right.
It's more sort of.
Is there a sense in which politics isn't relevant because?
I wouldn't say it's irrelevant.
Right.
Obviously, every place needs a government, because it's the government. If it's run by the right governing factors, the right people, at the end of the day, places will stand, people will be happy, people will be nourished. I mean, at the moment, all these people are promising, better wages, better life, better this, but at the end of the day, do you know what? They've totally crippled people which are either on income support, on the dole, because with this bedroom tax, which has put a lot of people on the streets. And we, as an organisation, Refresh, we do dish out food banks, and they come here, so we know a lot about all this, what's going on.
And have you seen an increase then?
Absolutely. I mean, we're nearly out of stock out the back, because of so much people coming in needing help. I mean, there's so many food banks all over Bristol, and it feels like the government are just. They haven't got a clue what it's like to actually live low, what it's like to ever be low, They haven't got a clue.
And we've ruined it. We were hunter-gatherers and farmers, but it's too late for that. It's too overcrowded. Seas are polluted. I mean, I try and stir things up occasionally with social worker and you. What happens? Please take my mobile phone, my girlfriend's place, Woodywood. It's in the council place. Keys. I lose the keys. I broke it 2 years ago. I lost my keys, her keys.
How are you feeling anyway?
The police station. They get in my place whenever they like, or her place.
Wow.
So hole through the door and chain on as well. And then change the
We'd
door.
like to have a conversation, really. It's more about...
That's fundamentally where we're coming from, so let's have a conversation.
The Trade Union and Socialist Coalition. It's a new grouping of people, all sorts of people on the left, etc. People who are against climate change, people who are against racism, and this is the first time I think that we're standing a serious number of candidates across the whole of the UK. And basically our main platform is no to austerity, no to the cuts. We think that the rich and the bosses and the ruling class are basically fiddling their taxes and evading and avoiding their taxes, and the rest of us are, the ordinary 90% of the population are really struggling now. They're really suffering. Go to the shops, cost a lot of money, 3-4 times what it did 3 years ago. The cost of housing, we're standing for affordable housing for all, build more council houses. We're standing against the sell-off of the NHS to private companies. We know that, that's already started. We don't blame migrants, okay? This is very important. This is a very clever tactic by the rich and powerful in society, is to blame migrants so that we carry on blaming migrants instead of blaming the real people who are shafting us, okay? I hope you understand the terminology there. It's a little bit basic, but fantastic, because we are, everybody else, the 90% are being exploited here and driven under, and the rich are absolutely creaming it, from 84 billionaires, isn't it, to 104 now in this country. Now that's disgusting.
He's trapped by that system. This is worldwide. And I also get a lot of people coming in there complaining about the refugees and stuff and I say to them, listen, I says, you know what, really, in all fairness, do you understand what they've got to go through their country to get here? Do you understand what's going on, like genocide, murders, rapes, whatever, killings, heads getting cut off, and you're criticising them for coming over here. What would you do if it was the other way around and you had to leave here and go over there? And at the end of the day, we are stuck on this planet. It's our planet. It's not just our patch.
It's not just about forecasting, which is good, but it's kind of where are people? Where are people? Where do people feel like
I think what's happened is, and we've all been sold that Clark's, Shuzo, Pandora, HMV, Jaguar, that's happiness. Happiness is a good job, getting your kids into a posh school, getting a mortgage, and that's not happiness. I watched the thing the other day, it's called An Idiot Abroad. You seen that?
I've heard of it.
Ricky Gervais's mate.
Oh, yeah,
and he spent time with this guy, and how they chose who the leader was, he was the happiest man in the village, so he's the leader. That's it. And all they did all day, if anyone felt happy, they all got together, they had a dance, and they rolled down a hill.
That's brilliant.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
Do you know what I mean? That is amazing, isn't it? So I think there's something in the middle that should work. So yeah.
But people don't talk about happiness, do they? Like politicians, you don't hear politicians talking about happiness.
It's not a buzzword, is it? It's going to win an election.
So I just ask, in terms of like this disconnect between real change and what's going on in political classes, that's a thread that we have heard from so many different people that we've spoken to, and essentially that's what we're saying is, don't just vote. Voting will change something, but it's not the only way to change. What can we do on May the 8th? So maybe you could kind of
I agree with you entirely. I think that is a very important point. Absolutely correct. It's great that you're feeling the disconnect as well from your campaigning and that, because it's really stark and really obvious to us. There's a massive disconnect between the majority of the population and the people who are doing fine. And I think that, what did you say, where can go on from here?
Well, exactly. What can we do May the 8th?
Well, I don't think, see, that's the thing I've always said on the doorstep, is we won't stop fighting for all of these things on May the 8th. We will not. We will continue. We've been fighting for these things for years, actually. But now we've got a bigger body, and people like you are obviously fighting over the same issues, so that's fantastic.
Well, we're actually not fighting over anything. Like, it's our campaign.
Campaigning,
Well, no, it's not a campaign as such. It's just a kind of democratic musical jam that we're having with people and a conversation. So we have no political agenda as such, just to talk about politics and
we put them in power. The idea was that they're there for the people, but it doesn't seem like that anymore, does it?
Yeah.
They're there for the companies and the corporations, and we're just like consumers. That's what they want us as, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Did you hear what David Cameron said about this being a career-defining election?
Accidentally, rather than...
Yeah, but it's weird because when they talk about certain things like we're going to make it better for the people, it's really they're talking about we're going to make it better for the corporations. It's like that transatlantic fee. I mean, what's that about? Setting up courts, isn't it? And they can sue a government for like lack of profits, can't they? And say, like they're going to poison a river. Oh yeah, but you're stopping us from making profits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even though they're just about to destroy all the planet. And it's ridiculous, isn't it?
So conflict of interest, like what is the heart of what we should be caring for on the planet? Like?
We've all got this thing, haven't we, deep in us. We know, like when we do something wrong, you get this like horrible feeling, don't you? That connection. But the trouble is, people have lost that connection, haven't they? They're doing it with this, and not with this. That's what I think.
Basically, we're doing a train journey from Devon to Westminster to arrive on the 7th of May for election day.
Right.
And we're stopping at 7 stops each day on the train, playing the power, chatting to people like yourselves, getting back on the train, go to the next one, and we're arriving at Westminster. And I mean, it's just to start conversation. We're not associated with any political party or anything like that. It's about having fun and engaging.